Hello. That knows it well. Well, somebody's here with me. Come on, Facebook, catch up. Hello, Marla. There. All right. Let me grab this. It's not what I want. It's not what I want. Hi, Carrie. That's what I want right there. Well, if it'll pop up on the screen, there it is. Pin. All right. So we are going to use our February Club Couture transfer tonight. Go confidently in the direction of your dreams. And the bottom is live the life you have imagined. Not doing that part. At least I don't think so. Hello, Miss Roxanne. So I'm planning on doing a shirt and trying something new on it. I was going to make a banner, and I still may make a banner, not tonight though, because I saw one of my uplines do a technique that I thought was really cool, but I changed my mind because I want to try something else, and that is super sticky. Wow. Wow, super sticky. All right. So if you're just joining, my name's Vicki. I'm an independent designer with Chalk Couture, which reminds me, I did send this out a couple places. Share group there. And Club Couture is our monthly subscription. It's $19.99 a month. Comes with a B-size transfer. That's this. Usually you can cut them apart. And it also comes with 3 paste singles that coordinate with it. Not these. But that's the size of a paste single. You don't get a whole jar. You get singles. You get 3 of them. And they're 3 different colors each month. So if you don't use some colors one month, you can save it for the next month. Just put them in a little, like if they're open, you can put them in a little like container or whatever. If they're not open, then you can just keep them around. Hello, Prudy. All right, so let me switch this to myself. Let me grab this. We're going to send this out into Facebook land a little bit. If you are not a Chalk Couture designer, please send this out into Facebook land for me. And also, anybody can hit that little heart button. That will help my algorithm with Facebook. Let them know that you actually are watching my video and that you would like to see more. All right, I'm just cutting these apart. Some designers will take scissors and cut them apart into pieces. I can't keep track of all those pieces. Nah. I'd rather put them back where they started and look for the whole sheet instead of little tiny pieces. This one only breaks into 3 pieces, but some of the other transfers break into, 6, 7, 8 pieces, depending on what transfer it is and the size of the little pieces. I'm not keeping track of that. All right, so I was gonna say, I wonder where Kelly's at. Kelly's probably out doing some dashing. And I don't know where Tori's at. I am on awfully early. Well, not awfully. I'm on early. I'm on early tonight. Normally I'm on much later. But my game tonight is at 11:30. But I also have a sub for it because I didn't want to deal with a long drive to and from in crappy weather. So I have a sub tonight. He lives 5 minutes from the rink. I live at least 30, and it's all highway driving, and I didn't want to deal with sketchy weather. Sorry, that's not my thing. I don't want to have to like white knuckle the whole drive. So I figured it was smarter and less stressful for me to stay home. All right, so tonight I'm going to use this jade colored shirt, but I need to know what color we're using on it because not all colors are going to show up really well on that. So we're going to do ink. So Chalk Couture makes ink, and then once it's heat set, it is permanent. I'm going to go ahead and veto some colors out that we're not using, and then I'll let y'all pick from that. Obviously, I'm not using dark colors at all. That's shimmer copper. I used shimmer copper on the shirt on another transfer. It looked great, but I've noticed that the words itself aren't very noticeable on this color, a little bit far away, so I'd rather have it pop more. Obviously not black. I need to look on the camera over here. Why are y'all so far away? Hold on. See, that's too dark. I think that's too dark as well. We might use that. Probably not. See that? No. See, I'm having to use the cameras to see what y'all see. All right, so that leaves us... Oh, shimmer gold's out. Where's my silver? Oh, right there. I don't really want to use the shimmer. Hello, Miss Kristen. Hello. Is it Shalise? Or is that Chelsea? Chelsea? How do you say that? I want to say it's Shalise. Could be totally wrong. I'm sorry if I am. We all know that, like, it's hard to see things. Okay, that's weird. There it is. Okay, comments are coming up there. If you slide your comments off, they're not there immediately when you slide them back. That's weird. That's paste. We don't have any new ink colors. I'm doing a shirt. Oh! Well, hello, Miss Crystal's sister. Crystal, Twisted Sister. That's what it sounded like when I said it. Twisted Sister. Crystal's sister. All right, well, we're going to veto Tide because it's not going to show up. If you want something really subtle, yeah, sure. We're vetoing that one. All right, so that doesn't leave us that many colors. Still debating on that one. And I really don't want to use straight white. Oh, you're fine. You didn't know. It's just, it's beautiful. It's beautiful, but it's paste. All right. And I feel like using yellow is just like a gimme. Because it's so bright. I don't know. All right. See, I'm making y'all decide. And I'm looking at the laptop to see what y'all are seeing, color-wise. I don't remember which one of these. One of these is open. I think that one. All right, so help me eliminate some colors. This one goes away, right? This one's too dark. This one's too dark. Hi, Tori. There you are. Right, this one goes away. Too dark. I'm thinking it is. And my comments keep going. The pink on top of the white jar. I can't even remember the name of that color. What is the name of that? Marvelous. Can't remember the name. All right, well, that one's definitely out. I'm voting that one out. All right, you think Marvelous. See, I think this was still too dark. We're going to get rid of that one. Hi, Lori. I'm trying to have everybody help me pick colors to put on a shirt. Hi, Ruby. It's funny, I can see people pop on over here, but not over there. What is this? This color just does not pop. Whatever this is, oh, that's eucalyptus. Not on this color shirt. And now I can't see what I got over there. That's why I keep looking over here to see, to catch up. I don't think that shows up. All right, so far we got this color. Okay, we're gonna pull that one out. See, eventually I can like eliminate them because they're not popping to me in the comments on the side, but it's delayed. See, that just, when I drop it down, Storm comes out. This one's gonna come out because it's not there. It's not gonna say anything. It's just gonna be bleh. All right. Hi, Monica. The gray blue. I think I just pulled that one out, didn't I? The gray blue. This one? I'm just trying to pick the best color. Although papaya is kind of calling to me as well. I don't think I've used papaya ink yet. Maybe. Bright pink and yellow. See, I don't think that's going to show up. Sorry, it takes a minute to craft this in my head. That's why I have y'all making suggestions. I don't want to use white. I did white on another shirt already, the same color. That's my No Drama Llama. It's already white. I am making a shirt with our February Club Couture transfer. And I'm going to try something new on part of it. At least attempt it. It's new in my head. It's not a new technique. It's something new that I haven't tried. Yeah, I'm kind of thinking of trying this papaya. I mean, I really only need one color, but I kind of want to use a second color as a accent. You know what? I think we're going to go with those. Or whichever. I don't know if I have almond or dune open, or either one. I have almond open. Okay, we'll use almond. All right, we're going to try papaya and almond. They will show up. Or yellow. Let me get that on the screen so I can see what it looks like on the shirt. The words are in the way up there unless I move the words away. Oh, that definitely shows up much better. Well, you know what? We may throw yellow in there. It's just a bonus color. All right, so we're going to start with the easy part first, the front. Now this is a brand new shirt. I took it off, or I took the label off earlier in the live. So since we're using ink, we want to get our ink matte. This is sticky. It's not as sticky as when it's brand new, but it's sticky. The reason we want it to be sticky is so our shirt sticks to it and doesn't move around while we're doing our project. Just makes it crisper. And you put the ink mat on the inside so your ink does not go through from the front to the back side of your shirt, and you have your design going through. Because if you're working on a thin shirt or thin fabric, it definitely will go through. This one, or these shirts are a little bit thicker, but they do start to go through the first layer. So if I didn't have my ink mat in there, they would definitely bleed through to the back. So as we are doing this, if you have any questions about Chalk Couture, using the paste, the ink, anything, you let me know, and I will try to answer your questions. And I miss it, someone on my live will usually let me know that I've missed a question, or they will try to answer for me. A lot of my regular viewers are on, so I trust them with that. All right, I just kind of want to find where I want the main part of this. Now normally when we do a Chalk Couture transfer, we will take it off of our backer and we will fuzz it because we're doing it on a board. We're not doing this on a board, we're doing it on fabric, which is what we would use to fuzz it with anyway. And so we're just going to put it directly on here. And I'm going to kind of figure out where I want this. Usually you want 2 to 3 inches down from the neckline to where you start your design. And of course you want to be even. Technically they say to let the ink dry for 24 hours before heat setting it. You can speed that up, and I will speed that up tonight. I will use a blow dryer to make it tacky to the touch. It is not dry by any means. And then I will go ahead and I will heat set it, but I will make sure to have parchment paper between my ink and the bottom of my Easy Press so it doesn't get on it, because like you can see there's color on here from when I've done that, because normally I don't like to wait 24 hours. I just speed it up. And that's totally fine. All right, so we decided on papaya, almond, because it's open, and maybe some bumblebee. And I kind of have an idea what I want to do with the bumblebee. And I'm going to get a little towel to put here, because I want to be careful, because if I make a blob, it's going to leave a mark. It is ink. It is permanent. And I want some squeegees. I want a multi-tool. Now the ink, you usually don't need to add water to. It usually is a good consistency. Oh, that's fine. This one's probably a little thick, but it's like been around for like 2 years now. I know what I want to do with the yellow. I got to figure out the color of these. Now because ink does not dry as fast, you don't have to hurry as much to like do your design. And you'll notice I keep looking at my hands. That's also to make sure I don't have ink on my hands and I touch the shirt and leave a mark. Now, if by chance you are making a design and you do that, well, and it doesn't come out, you can try like a shout pin or Tide or whatever those pins are, or shout. And if it still doesn't come out after you've washed it and everything, you can add a flower. You can add a heart. You can add an arrow. You can add something to cover it up. It's not the end of the world if you make a mistake. There's ways to fix it. Hello, Miss Patty and Tina. Oh yeah, practice more with ink. Ink is actually fun. I go in spurts. So like I've been doing shirts recently. Like I said, I almost did a banner tonight, but I wanted to do this on a shirt first because I thought of something I wanted to try, which will be the second part of this. I want to do the front first. All right, go confidently, direction. I'm kind of thinking of like papaya, almond, papaya, almond. I just kind of do it like that. Who's making shirts? Oh, Patty. Oh, cool. Send me some photos of yours when you're done with them. All right, so we're just gonna go for this. All right. So when I do ink, you're supposed to start, well, it's not you're supposed to start in or off of the actual opening and go in one direction. And that is to hopefully prevent any bleeding underneath the transfer. Like if you start going willy-nilly, the chances of having it bleed under the transfer are higher. So they just say go one direction, start off of the transfer on the teal part. Now I like to put my ink on a little bit thicker just so it can absorb a little bit while I'm doing the rest of it. It probably has no bearing on what I'm actually doing, but it makes me feel better, so I will continue with making myself feel better. And I am putting a lot of ink on. Like I said, it doesn't need this much. All right, we're gonna do that. We almost made a mess right there. Wasn't paying attention to part of that. Should have just... Sorry, I'm concentrating. Can't talk. You know how it is, right? Concentrating. Can't talk. We're gonna try this. And I'm not getting right up to that papaya until the very end, just in case I touch it with my multi-tool here. Although I could have got the smaller detail tool, that probably would have been better. Okay, good enough. All right, let me get my other one, and we're gonna do this. That is papaya. I really like papaya. This is the first, no, maybe it's not the first time I've used it on a shirt. I mean, it's open, but I think it might be the first time I've used it on a shirt. like I said, I put way more ink on it than it needs. I just feel better about it. It makes me happy, so we'll go with it, right? And then I'm just going to go back and pull the extra off. So if you've joined in, my name is Vicki. I'm an independent designer with Chalk Couture. And if you have any questions about what I'm doing or what Chalk Couture is, feel free to message me or ask a question in our chat. I do have some links set up, so if you, well, okay, I have some links set up and I have a chat bot who usually works. If you type info, newbie, I can't remember what else I have set up, sample, club, or designer, I think all those will work. She should pop up and chat with you in your messenger. It won't be on this screen, it'll be in the actual messenger itself. We're gonna pull this one off. Well, I'm loving the colors too. We'll see how they look when I pull this transfer off though. I am going to close this up because I have it over to the side. That's not what I wanted. That's not what I wanted. I wanted a paper towel. There. All right, let's pull this one off. You know what? We're gonna clean this squeegee a minute and let the other one sit just a little bit. So the shirt I am wearing is the first shirt I ever inked. Basically it's 2 years old now. I joined Chalk Couture in February of 2019. And I know I made this shirt before St. Patrick's Day last year. So about this time frame is when I made this. And it feels just like a regular silkscreen shirt. It's not like plasticky or anything like that. It feels like a regular silkscreen shirt. Yeah, that's the same yellow. That is called Bumblebee. Now, of course, after 2 years, it does start to like show some wear and tear. I mean, all shirts show wear and tear after 2 years. Who am I kidding? Yes. So it's showing some wear and tear. But that's okay. They're supposed to, right? They're supposed to wear out. That was almost a bad location. I grabbed some of that other color. You don't have to get it all off. I just prefer getting most of it off. Just makes cleaning my screen easier. How many times have I washed this shirt? I probably wear this shirt, let's just say an average of every 2 to 3 weeks. Sometimes more, sometimes less. It just depends on where I pull it out of my laundry and what order I pull it off the hanger. So, I mean, it's easily been washed more than 100 times, right? Maybe. Yes, it's been washed more than 100 times. Had to have been. So maybe my estimate of 2 to 3 weeks is way off. All right, so here's the fun part. It is super bright and vibrant. Now, some of the letters are starting to crack apart, or like in the sun and stuff, but regular silkscreen does that too. So yeah, unless you get like up close and personal, you don't really notice it. Da 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 da. Now this, I'm just going to put it in my tray. I will clean that after I'm off the live. Actually, I'm going to spray that with some water. Normally I won't spray these with water, but this has ink in it. And the ink is harder to get out of the transfer once it actually dries in the transfer. So I'm just going to spray some water on that and let it have water on it. You're not supposed to let your transfers soak, so I'm not going to really let it soak, but... Alright. Okay, so my arrow's not perfect, but you know what? Far away, who cares? You can't really see it. Y'all can't tell. Yeah, it works. It's good. Now I'm going to take my hairdryer. We're going to make this tacky to the touch. It is not going to be completely dry. I'm not taking my ink mat out yet because I don't want to like have it brush against itself, and I might like smear something. Sorry, it's loud. We have a new quick dry tool that's a much quieter version of this that I will be ordering as soon as they come online. They're just not released yet. My mind went to the gutter. I'm thinking ways to rearrange letters and stuff. I don't have, this might be on low heat. There's not really any heat on it. Basically pretty much tacky. Oh yeah, I want my quick dry tool. They're stuck on a ship in the port in California. They can't get to the dock yet. They've been sitting there. They were supposed to release on Tuesday, but they're still on the ship, so they're not releasing Tuesday, so we have to wait for those. Which is fine, because now our spring-summer catalog launch that was in 2 parts is now going to be in 3 parts. Hopefully just 3. But you got to wait for the ship to unload, then you got to wait for the container to be put on a truck and sent to Utah. Or actually on a train. On a train to Utah, probably. Alright. That's as much as I'm doing right now. That's tacky to the touch. Always remove your ink mat before you heat set. Always. The ink mat will melt. See, now I'm not worried about like having the color touch each other. And always put your cover back on your sticky mat, otherwise you're going to have stuff stuck to it that you don't want. Alright, so now, I'm not going to heat set it yet, but I'm going to try something. And it may or may not work. I thought this was bigger. We're using what we have handy. I want to take, or I am taking, the arrows, and I'm putting on the sleeve, kind of like a tattoo. This is my plan. Does not mean it's going to work. first things first. I gotta decide where I want. All right, well that's here. So we're just gonna go with that as our center. Now I'm not doing this flat because it is curved and it's gonna be hard to like do all sides of the sleeve on a curve unless I actually put it on the curve to start with. Makes sense? It's what I'm going with. Now this is not sticky, so it's going to move around on me, but see? It's going to be easier to do it that way instead of having to have it like flat and kind of like try to rotate while I'm doing it. So, and I am going to, I have some like extra painter's tape that I have left over from another project. I'm just going to kind of tape my shirt to the bottom. All right, I know y'all really can't see what I'm doing. And then we're going to go, and I'm actually going to turn it on its side now. Like I said, that part, because it's dried tacky to the touch, it can touch itself and do things like that. Thank you. Thank you. I won't deny that, okay? I mean, I was going to say, not really, but you know what? We all need to learn to accept compliments, so thank you, Lori. Now, I think on this one, I want to do most of the arrows in the almond. And I'm not sure about, I should probably use a bumblebee, right? Yes or no for putting a bumblebee one over here? I kind of think I do. Yes or no on putting a bumblebee one over here? I'm definitely going to put a papaya. Okay, that's annoying. The label is curled up. Yes. There. All right, so we got a couple yeses for, I need another towel there, for adding a yellow arrow. Okay, I got to figure out which arrows I want to do in what color. I think maybe that one in yellow, because it actually goes back the other direction. It's the only arrow that goes back that way, so we're going to go with that one. We're going to do that one first. Now these arrows I may all do with the multi-tool because, well, we'll see. This is a work in progress. Just go with it. Just go with me. Like I said, my yellow is a little bit thicker, but it is 2 years old. I could add some water to it and probably thin it down, but it's still usable and completely fine. It's just a little bit thicker than the newer ones. All right, we're just gonna let that sit on there for a minute. And I think papaya, I'm going to do that one in papaya, and maybe that one and that one. So we have 3 papayas. So really, most of these I can do. Most of these I don't need to do with the, or sorry, most of the ones in almond I don't use, I can use a regular squeegee with, or a small squeegee. So let me just get this one out of the way. should work. I mean, it just gives it a surface underneath it to be like hard, and it's easier than trying to do a curve on a flat surface, that's for sure. All right, that one and that one I can do after I do the rest of them. Let me get the tip of that one there. All right. Trying to see what the dog's doing. All right. So we're just going to do these arrows. I gotta remember I got those other two that I want to leave and do in papaya. Where is it? There it is. All right, I think I'm gonna. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm gonna move my shirt out of the way, is what I'm gonna do. There. That's what I needed to do. Well, we're trying to be cool. May not be working. But the nice thing about this is a little goes a long way. So like I said, I do like to put a little extra ink on there than it needs because I like to have it soak in. And in this case, it's working really well because I'm not having to worry about removing it right away. All right, let me grab my papaya. We'll do the other two little arrows. Somebody just talked to me. Oh, hey, Kaylin. Sorry, I had to check on the phone to see the name because with the pinned comment, I can't see it on the laptop, like who commented. So yes, we are on early tonight. I figured I had free time and I needed to go live while I was thinking about it and not put it off till the end of the night. Who knows, I may be back on later. I may not. I haven't decided yet, but at least I went live today and got that taken care of because that was on my things to do. All right, let that one sit. I'm going to go ahead and pull the other ones off. Or not pull them off, but go ahead and take the extra ink back off on this one. It really doesn't have any extra on it. Grab the yellow. That one's really thick. So is everybody expecting that crazy storm that's rolling through, or already have it? I know some people have already got hit with part of it. We're supposed to we're supposed to get part of it tonight in Dallas, and then another round of it Monday. Actually, it's supposed to mostly be Sunday, rolling into Monday, but it could start tonight. And then it looks like we may have another round on Wednesday or Thursday. That they don't really know what it's doing now. The forecast has changed a couple of times today, which is fine because I really don't want it to. I don't like cold. I play hockey, but I don't like uncontrolled cold that you don't know what to do with. There's a difference between playing hockey. Everybody's like, but you play hockey. You're used to the cold. Well, yeah, but that's controlled. That's a controlled environment. I know what the temperature should be. I know what the conditions are. Yeah, completely different. And I'm hoping this section is not bleeding underneath because it did just move. Well, we'll have some fuzzy arrows if it did, right? Ooh. Well, at least you're in the tail end of it. We haven't been above, well, actually we got to 34 today. The sun came out. It wasn't supposed to get that high, and the sun wasn't supposed to come out. I was very happy when the sun came out this morning. I was like, oh my God, it's the sun. But we are in a week-long freeze, which is not common for Dallas. Like, it happens every so often. The last time was like 5 years ago, so yeah, not common for us. It's usually, you know, we get cold for 2 or 3 days, and then we get like 70 degree weather for 2 or 3 days. I'm being extreme. Normally it's 50. But I can tell you next weekend, not this, yeah, next weekend, it's supposed to be back in the 60s. I'll take that any day. I mean, people complain about the Texas heat or the heat. I'm like, I'd rather have the heat than the cold, because at least the heat you can get under a fan, or you can drink some cold tea, or, you know, go jump in the pool or the tub, or, you know, whatever, and cool down. Put a wet towel on your neck, whatever, you can cool down. Once I get cold, I am cold. Like, I cannot warm up. I'm not built for cold. All right, let's pull this off of here. See what it looks like. See if it bled underneath. Hopefully it didn't. And I'm going to pull it that way. It worked. Now I'm gonna spritz that too. Hi, little dog. What are you doing? All right. Trying to see if I can lay that flat. I can. So I know y'all really can't see that yet. I do have one little tail of an arrow that got missed. We're gonna fake that real quick. We're gonna fake it. Thank you. Oh, no, 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 no. No. I can't move my arms. No, we're not. You stay up north, Tori. I'll stay in the south. Okay, I kind of faked putting a tail on that. It's still not perfect. It's okay. I am not built for cold. All right, let's get this a little tacky to the touch here. The other problem with the cold is if you, well, I guess it goes for the heat too, but I'm in Dallas. It's its own state. That needs more air. So the pinned comment is actually the link to this month's Club Couture, which is the transfer we're using. Club Couture is our monthly subscription. It's $19.99 a month. You get the transfer and three-piece singles. And they have exclusive bonuses for Club Couture members. And then I also have my club group where I have some extra perks that I offer my club members. In fact, this month, Chalk Couture is offering 15% off on Chalk It Up kits for the club members. And Chalk It Up kits are brand new. Fancy. The airport's its own place. It has its own zip code. It's that big. Like, it seriously has its own zip code. It's one of the major hubs for American Airlines, but I think a lot of people know that. All right, let me turn on my Easy Press. We're gonna go ahead and heat set this tonight. It'll be done. And I may get a new piece of parchment paper out, unless this one has not been used that much. Hold on. Oh yeah, we'll use this one. See, it's got ink on it too. But that ink is way dry, and there's nothing wrong with using parchment paper again. Well, you know what? That's actually smart. I mean, why not? I haven't done that for, like, recreational use, but I definitely have taken that train going from terminal to terminal. So this is my heat mat, and we're going to use that first. I already have the arrows right here, so we're just going to do them first. Ew. Oh my gosh, y'all are making me cold. See, I like my Texas sun. My walk outside and you feel the, not necessarily feel the heat, you feel the warmth. For about 3 months, I was in Brown Deer, Wisconsin, which is a suburb of Milwaukee. It's on the way to Green Bay. It's a suburb, and so I was up there for about 3 months with the guy that I was dating at the time, actually a long-time relationship. And so I was up there for about 3 months, and it was May, June, and July, because I remember Tour de France was on, so that's July. But it was May, June, and July, and I walked, the sun was like, it was a nice spring day, it was beautiful outside. I walked outside, and it was May. It was like 60 degrees, something like that. Like in Texas, it would have been like wonderful. And I walked out and it was cold. I was like, oh my God, what is this? I was like, it's cold. Like there was a chill in the air. That doesn't happen in Texas. It's like, it's not hot and it's not cold, but it's 60 degrees. It's comfortable. I was like, oh, I had to put my jacket on. I was not happy about that. And of course that lasted for like a couple weeks. I'm like, I'm not going outside. Oh, look, it's a pretty day. No, it's cold. No, because it was not, it was Wisconsin sun. It wasn't Texas sun. Easy Press is ready. Yeah, but mosquitoes are around everywhere. Those are not just a Texas thing. The only good part about this freeze is we probably won't have as many mosquitoes this year because it actually has been long enough to kill mosquitoes. Okay, so we have our design. We have our Easy Press. Plop. I'm just gonna put that on there. It's 30 seconds per side. I don't really pay attention to it. 60 degrees is 60 degrees, except for when you can feel the sun. There's a difference. There's a difference. Texas sun has a nice, warm, healthy glow to it. Wisconsin sun, no. It's misleading. So it's 30 seconds per side at 305 degrees. You can use an iron, but it's 4 minutes per side. No, I don't do that. You don't have to move it around. You don't have to put any weight on it like you do with vinyl. I do this because I'm bored. Not bored, just I need something to do. Yeah, mosquitoes are they're nuisances, and that's been longer than 30 seconds. And pull that off, and I'm going to flip it around and do the other side, I think. I'm not sure how I'm doing that. Mosquitoes are nasty little buggers. Honestly, we get them here almost all year. Well, they're not bad in the colder months. But it's really annoying when in December you're like, that's a freaking mosquito that just flew by. That's kind of annoying. Alright, just making sure there's no wrinkles. Put that back on there. Plop. Now as soon as I do the other side of this, I can take and throw this in the washer, wash it with my normal clothes. I don't have to worry about washing instructions or cold temp only or anything like that, like you would with vinyl. This is silkscreen. It's basically heat set it and go. And Facebook may be having an issue. Over there I'm frozen. Well, I'm back. I can take it. Over there I'm frozen. Okay. Alright, that's definitely 30 seconds. Flip that. And on this one, I'm just going to flip it this way. I don't usually turn them inside out unless I'm doing like front and back. Main thing is make sure I don't burn myself or anything else that's around me. Okay, I'm just making sure this is all on the heat mat. It is. Da, da, da. Oh yeah, exactly. The humidity is different. I'll take mine. Of course, Houston's an armpit, so I'm sorry, Houstonites, Houston's an armpit, but y'all know that. I mean, it's a sweaty armpit. Don't go to Houston. I'm not being mean. Like, it's a sweaty armpit. All right, so that is done. Da, da, da. Let me pull this out. Ooh, that's hot. Hot, 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 hot. All right, so there is our cute little shirt. I can't read it because the words are in the way. There it is. Go confidently in the direction of your dreams with our cute little sleeve of arrows. So we've got, so there's our arrows. We've got one going the other direction and 3 papaya ones going the one direction. Da, da, da. So now it's all, and in fact, because it's on this jade shirt, it kind of looks Southwestern. And by Southwestern, I mean like Arizona kind of Southwestern. Arizona, New Mexico. So there is our cute little shirt for tonight. Like I said, it feels just like regular old silkscreen. Da da da! I've been to San Antonio twice. Once as a child when I was, I want to say 7. I don't remember. I know my middle brother was still at home because he went with us. So he probably was 16, which would put me at 7. Yeah. And then I went once, 2008-ish, as an adult. So yeah, and the little experiment of using the round container to do the sleeve worked out well. It's not perfect. Most people won't even know, so who cares? Like, most people will not know, and in fact, if you actually purchase this out of a mass-produced warehouse that's making shirts, it probably looked the same. Like, there's a couple, like, tips of the arrows that aren't exact. Who cares? No one walking by you is even going to pay attention to it. They're not going to get up close and go, oh, you know what, the little tip of that arrow's not, it's missing. What happened to it? No one knows. No one cares. It's just a great looking shirt. And I love the arrow in the middle of direction. Like, that was a nice little touch. So there we go. That's our project tonight. I would love to have you join as a club member. I'm actually trying to get at least 5 club members this week, so I get an extra prize pack. Oh yeah, it's homemade. Yeah, it's handmade. It's handmade. Everything will be individualized. Yep. And I can make you one of these shirts if you want. Shirt of your choice color. But yeah, I am trying to add at least 5 new club members this month in February. I'd like to add 20 because then that's a really big, like, I get recognition at Chalk Con this summer. That would be great. But yes, I am trying to add club members. And of course I do have, oh shoot, oh no, it's the 13th. The extra perk that I run for my club members starts the 15th. So I thought I was late posting it. I'm not, but I need to go make that image. So if you want to join as a club member and be in my club group and get extra perks, let me know. Hello, Mr. Billy. Here's our cute little shirt we made. Our cute little sleeve. Still don't think that shows up as well, but hard color to choose. A hard shirt color to choose. All right, everybody. I'm going to go have some dinner, figure out what I'm doing, keep the pipes from freezing, and all that fun stuff. Because we're not built for cold. We're not built for cold. We're not built for road maintenance in the cold. Yeah, no. Y'all have a good night. I will chat with y'all later, and I appreciate you watching. Remember to hit the little heart and do that for me. I'd appreciate that, and share this out into Facebook land. I'll catch you hopefully tomorrow, maybe tonight, but probably not. Probably not. Probably tomorrow. Bye. Oh, thank you, Kaylin.